Can we hear me? What is up, everyone? Someone let me know if the music and the sound is okay. Let's see who we got in here. What's up, Dave, my man? What's up, God's Rare Creation, Aventus, Cryptomyalysis in the house? What's up, my man? How you doing? You had to watch 3 ads. I guess that's good. The revenue sucks, so watch them ads. What's up, Cha, my man? Started a new portfolio, DCA into the big caps, not messing with the micro caps. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Not gonna mess with these little coins anymore. Yeah, we got 6 people here. Hopefully we're live. Hopefully we're good. Let me check everything. Like I said last time in our short live stream, I did get a new setup here. New mic, headphones, computer. So we'll see if this is going. Everything looks good on my end. So how are we doing, everyone? Market's not doing anything yet again. I do believe there's more downside to be had than upside at the moment, or at least for a good while. All right, let's see. Someone, I think Ibrahim was here, but I can't scroll up on the chat. Ibrahim said AMP, I believe. Let me go ahead and write these down. Why someone please confirms that the volume and everything is good. Is my voice good? Are we good to go? This new mic seems to be kind of touchy. It's supposed to be better, but it's kind of touchy. But let me see. Let me bring up Notepad and write some coins down. It's been a while since we looked at anything. Sucks. Everything blows. Yeah. Yeah, cryptomyalysis, my man. I actually well, I've been working and doing other things. I was actually playing with Grok and ChatGPT and just trying to go through and find, not really find, but oh, come on. The mic is choppy. It's plugged in all the way. Hold on. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. The mic was acting weird. You know what? I might get my old mic and just plug it back in. Let me pull the mic a little bit more away from my mouth and let's see. Is that a little better? Try plugging it in all the way. I tried that. All right, how's the mic now that I moved it away from my mouth a little bit? If it's still choppy, I'll go get my old one. But with that being said, let me know. I will bring up AMP because I did see that AMP for my man Abraham. I'd imagine it's dying, yeah. A lot of these coins are going to zero. And as the poll suggests, it's probably changing. It's different this time. Made a lower low once again on AMP. So we'll just throw this out the window. And Doja on Mars to the moon. All right, yeah, okay. So the mic was too close to my mouth. All right. Just let me know, my man, if it goes choppy again. Chop like the market. Chop it around. But what are we looking at? AMP. I mean, as we've been doing, there's nothing really to do but focus on the larger time frames here. I am starting to play around with volume and heat maps, but it's a work in progress. But here we have, let me pull that away. Yeah, that's developing, so that doesn't matter. All right, so we'll just pull that off for now. But anyway, with AMP did put in a lower low. A lot of these coins are doing the same thing. As I've been saying lately, recently, or for a while now, I guess, the fact that we are in a bear market, alt season never happened. It's just the same thing with what happened last time. I don't think it's ever going to be the same as 2021. 2021 rather was awesome. Altcoins going to the moon, NFTs were new, and just people were making money everywhere. And now it's gone. But yeah, it's brutal, my man. I don't think NFTs are ever going to come back. I don't think the original alt seasons we've seen are ever coming back. We just went through that. So it may be time to stick to the top coins because a lot of these coins, it doesn't matter because you guys realize we started out crypto, what? The whole thing was decentralized and payments and all these different things that we could do. But apparently, it's just not the way that it came out because there's institutions now, regulations coming. It's just not the crypto that we dreamed of years ago. So 2021 was probably it for the euphoric money making opportunity to be had. Sad to say, but it's looking that way. So we got to get a different game plan here. So the only thing I could do with AMP here, it's making lower lows. It's in a massive downtrend. It broke every support level. There's nothing here. And it keeps going lower. If we zoom into the smaller time frames, really doesn't tell us much. The only thing we can really do on a shorter time frame, if you're just going to continue to DCA into AMP, my man, Ibrahim, it may go down forever. As of right now, there's no momentum up at all until you get over 2015, and you're not bullish at all until you get over 17. Short term, that is. Those are weekly candles, but there's nothing to catch us here. It's going down. If we go by simple fibs, which we've seen come and play out in the past, the 1272 is all the way down here at 307, which I know it's a massive drop and a massive move, but a lot of these coins aren't going to ever come back. There's no point. Another 50% move down on AMP, unless it gets over those levels there. What was the other coin we wanted to look at? Metal detecting. How you doing, my man? Hopefully you're doing all right. I don't know what to tell you about Jasmine, my man. We'll have to go look at it. Oh, we got 10 people here. Not bad. Not sure how long we're going to be on here. I just wanted to get on here mainly because I wanted to let you guys know that we're still here. I really do I have been working my ass off, of course, but I'm also working on trying to get this channel going back. So I'm going to start doing updates again, even though there's nothing to talk about, but your coin's going to zero. But we are going to start doing the updates for the views, get people more back engaged on the channel. What's up, Jay Lee, my man? Jay Lee's in the house. Damn, there's so many people that haven't been here in a while that I can't remember what your name used to be. Jay Lee. What was your name before? I remember your picture. I don't think you were Jay Lee, though. But yeah, AMP's going to zero. What was the other coin someone asked about? AMP and then... Oh, Aventus, for God. What is AVT doing? AVT. And we done screwed AVT over. Yeah, these coins look exactly. This is just how we started on AMP. Everything's breaking down. There's nothing to be said. The macro charts are telling us we're going down. And especially, we'll look at Bitcoin in a moment, but the spot I see Bitcoin going to is not good. So we're going to try to scoop up some Bitcoin and maybe some larger altcoins when the bottom is finally in come October or so, hopefully. And we're just going to be smart about it, as smart as we can be. Clearly ranging forever on the macro, but it's breaking down. Aventus, I do like Aventus, or I did like Aventus. I liked a lot of coins, but we have to reevaluate rather what is going on because it's not the same market as it once was. And that's just being, brutally honest. Oh, but what I was saying, my man, about the AI, Oh yeah, Hoodrich. What's up, my man? Oh yeah, I remember Hoodrich. Yeah, I don't know why YouTube changes people's names. It's retarded. But yeah, what I was saying about I was going deep diving into AI just to ask it, what coins on, different exchanges and just everywhere, what was going to happen with them and what has like the biggest potential for growth, community, social engagement, just everything I could think of. And guess who two of the biggest players are? Well, there was three. I can't remember the other one. It was AZ or AQ or something. But the two biggest ones, like on Coinbase, was NKN, which is going to zero, and OXT, my man. If the market actually picks up and there's more adoption and we actually do survive, which doesn't look great, um, the two big coins that have the most upside and potential would be Coinbase would be NKN, and then second up I think was OXT. And then I looked at both charts and they're both going to zero, so I'm just like, they may never come back. So I was like, maybe I should put all my money into NKN and then OXT. But like I said earlier, no one cares anymore. The idea of crypto being this new thing about decentralization and all these different narratives is out the window now. It's just like no one cares. They're not accepting it right now. The institution stepped in. Big money is going to be the winner. All right, let me finish what I'm looking at here. But yeah, Ventus continues to go down. I believe we have an older Ventus chart. Let me go ahead and pull up the old ABT chart just to give you some kind of hope. Which I'm like you guys. I look at these coins and I want to believe in some of these projects and, for the future. Because I did go look into NKN, but in the chart for NKN is going to absolute zero. But then you look at the growing number of NKN wallets and holders is steadily going up. So it's all going to depend on, why did I type NKN? It's all going to depend on if crypto actually survives this. The altcoins survive, which it doesn't, as of now, look likely. Yeah, I thought we had another ABT chart, but I don't know where it is. Maybe ABT USD. But yeah, hopefully you guys have been doing good. I'm just trying to work now, save up money, hopefully find the bottom this year and try to make it out from the shadow realm at some point. Let's see. Okay, here's ABT with the older chart. Can't pull up volume on this chart, but this is the older Aventus chart. So it's not down yet. I mean, it's still holding up. Yeah, these charts suck. So ABT is not one of the worst charts out there. You are holding right on the 0.5, it looks like right now. And there's clearly some macro resistance and support at this area, as you can clearly see. If I pull this up here, just a rough drawing box, you can see clearly the support, turn resistance, or support, support, support. So lower than the 0.5, the 618 is in play. Any lower than 30 cents, 31 cents, and it's game over for Aventus here. But it's technically still holding macro structure, so it's not one of the worst looking charts. But if it falls lower than about 30, 31 cents, it's pretty much over. It'll probably never go back up. But right now it's trying to hold support at about 61, but looks to be failing a little bit. So what is Elon doing? I forgot about Elon. Of course, our Elon chart's gone. What is Elon on? Why is my Elon chart gone, my man? You took it to zero. All right, I got to get back to the chat here, but let me. Okay, Elon's got to pop up somewhere. Oh, wow. You're still holding Elon, my man? Or are you just in Bitcoin? Elon broke everything. Jesus. Perfect back test of the 236. All right, let me get to the chat real quick. I'm gonna buy 100K coins again. Last time I sold 100K at 6 cents or 6K, and I'm gonna buy back for 1.7K. It's over. Yeah, I mean, just now looking at Elon, these coins. Honestly, for everyone that's here, do you guys think these coins can actually come back? It's 50-50 on the altcoin season again. It could happen in some smaller form, I think, in the future, but anytime soon, I don't think that's going to happen. No one made money. Everyone's been losing money. Everyone was waiting for alt season, holding their bags, and it never happened. Alt season is now in the category with NFTs, in my opinion. It was a dream. It happened once, and it'll never happen again. It's unbelievable, but that's what it is. But yeah, I mean, Amp's just bearish as hell. And I would imagine, I looked at Turbo earlier. Turbo's hanging on by a thread, so as well. Arrow, all these coins on these macro charts, they can't really go any lower. They're already back testing and looking extremely bearish. And I haven't looked at Jasmine yet. Besides gambling on a Solana or some kind of a base coin or whatever, and just getting lucky. I mean, nowadays in crypto, if you get a 20x plus, you get a 50x, 100x, count your lucky stars because that's just not the way anymore. Just like it was last time when all season everyone was getting 50, 60, 40, 100x's here and there. It's just not the case anymore. Come on, Jasmine. Because whatever your coin was supposed to do and what narrative it had, it was supposed to be something special. If you have a special coin, it's special. Like, the XRP boys. It's just, which I'm not saying anything against XRP. XRP is going to be around for a while, but it's never going to have a large run. Alt season, euphoric style move. It's too big. And these baby coins, these other coins that are here, which Jasmine's still holding up apparently. They still got a shot, but I just don't see it happening. You will have the rare unicorn coins that do run up and go up and just out of nowhere, but there's not going to be alt season coin type of world. That's all. Because as you can see with Jasmine here, if metal's still here, it's still holding in our very large megaphone pattern, whatever you want to call this here. But ultimately, it could follow everything else and break down. As you can see, if I bring up the point of controls for the macro map here, there's one right here for a lower low. Because these white lines that just appeared on the chart, These are high interest point of control levels that act like magnets for price. So if we get a bounce here, get over 207, this area here at about almost a penny, it's going to get tagged with a little wick up, probably touch our little box here. Downtrend is still in play, and then you just break down from there. So there's a lot of overhead resistance for Jasmine at the moment. Like we said last time, until you get it well over a penny, there's no excitement, no bullishness. Until this box is broken, there's no upside for Jasmine. So until then, if you're bullish on it or whatever, all you can do is DCA and pray. You double down on XCN, have over 2 million of them now. Damn, old house is in the house. What's up? XCN, let's try XCN. Jasmine's still having higher lows. Yeah, like I said, my man, Jasmine's still technically macro holding up here. That's why you have to watch these levels. It has to get over this 2077 level and ultimately that point of control area. I mean, it's all confluencing in the same area. The point of control, our box, the 382. So it could bounce up here, get stuck, and pull back and go again down, and we'll just kind of update it from there. But yeah, you're right, it's holding up. I mean, the dream is that Jasmine goes up for you, my man. I want you to make your money back. So if it can eventually get over a penny and just start climbing, and then once it gets over 2 pennies, that's your possible breakout for an upside. So a penny is a must break. And then if it can break over 2 and not get stuck, then you do have potentially a new high, or not a new high, but a move up to this 12 to 18 to 20 cent range. Yeah, I hope it goes to 20 cents for you, my man. Get you about a 21.5x from here. Get your money back. That'll be the best case scenario for you. What's up, Jet Life? Jeet Life 101. Everyone who warned us about crypto were right. We are stupid for believing. No, we're not stupid for believing. It's just, I mean, it is what it is. It's like a double edge. We wanted one thing, and then we also wanted, people to realize and recognize crypto as something. And the big players realize and recognize it, so regulation and the whales come in, and the big money comes in, the institutions come in, and then it's no longer decentralized the way we wanted it back in the day. So your coin that's about payments or security or whatever it is that your coin has, Web 2, all of that stuff, it's not being accepted right now. So we have to sit through bear market, and if you have the right coin, maybe you make it someday. Not trying to be bearish and everything, but I'm just trying to tell you guys what I think and what I see. Let's look at XCN really quick here. But yeah, I have missed coming on here and streaming. I've missed the old days of crypto. I missed the old XCN time we had. That stream we had for a couple of streams with a bunch of viewers. NKN was going to the moon. People that took profit are the winners. Yeah, I mean, macro wise, XCN is, or I don't know, I think I said NKN, but XCN rather is what I'm looking at. XCN is still in this macro pattern here, but ultimately it's not doing anything. It's still holding up technically. Let me zoom in. You're still below the 382. You're still in the downtrend. You're still in this wedge pattern, this channel you want to call it. So it's still technically bullish. So it's not one of the coins that's absolutely breaking down like we looked at the other coins like AMP and whatever else that are breaking structure. They're not making higher lows anymore on the macro, and they're starting to go way down and make lower lows. Those are the coins that are dying right now. So XCN here is technically still holding up macro-wise. And as you can see, it could come up here to this level, even up to the 0.5 and still be in this pattern here. But right now it needs to get over 206 to be bullish for any kind of momentum up. But it's still holding up. It hasn't done anything. See all these candles here? These are monthly candles. The last 4 months, it's done nothing. Even with the spike up, it's fake out, there's nothing happening. Still holding up macro-wise, but there's nothing happening. So it doesn't have the worst looking chart. It's still trying to hold up. So what about ZBCN? Oh, what's up, Silver, my man? I don't know if I mentioned you earlier, but I saw you come in. Silver's in the house. I appreciate you. See. Yeah, ZBEC's doing the same thing as NK or God dang NKN. I'm gonna have NKN and OXT in my head from now on. We're gonna look back in a couple years and NKN and OXT are gonna be the winners. They're gonna go to the moon. Yeah, but ZBEC Network's doing the same thing. Macro large pattern that's, potentially bullish, but we'll have to wait and see. Still holding over the level that we need it to. But ultimately not doing anything. And we didn't look at Bitcoin yet. I do want to look at Bitcoin before we get off of here. You streaming tonight, my man? Crypto analysis? I have to go to sleep early tonight because I do have early morning work, 4 a.m. Uh, be more than my money back, fingers crossed. Well, I hope you get your money back at least, my man. What's up, Crypto Spaces? Yeah, everyone's is wrecked. It seems like ever since I put 2 grand plus into Toshi, ever since I put 2 grand into Toshi, we've been just wrecked. We've been just brutally going down. The market was in an okay spot when I bought Toshi, but as soon as I bought Toshi, it just started slowly trickling down, and then it just completely died. XC and Goliath mainnet launches the 27th. All right. Hopefully it works out. I hope it works out. Just, oh, my phone's ringing. I hope it works out. Like I said, there will be coins just like XCN did in the past. XCN out of nowhere, no one else was doing anything. XCN pumped and did about a 20 plus X when we had that 200 plus people in the stream. So, I mean, it could happen again. It's still macro bullish, in my opinion. It's chopping around doing nothing, but it could happen again. I hope O House makes it. But yeah, we're gonna look at Bitcoin here in a moment. I gotta go take this phone call really quick or call him back. But I do have some boxes drawn on the chart here, as you guys can see. These are based on liquidity levels, fib levels, and magnet areas of point of control on the macro scale of things here. So we'll get into Bitcoin in just a moment and where I think it's going to end up, especially since I think we are in a bear market now and we're not going up until at least October, November of this year for the bottom. But I will be back in about 5 minutes. Everyone hit the like button. How long have we been on here? 33 minutes, not bad. We're going to stay as long as we can. But yeah, we got 10 people here. Everyone answer the poll, hit the like button. Got 15 votes. Oh, we're turning bearish. But yeah, let me make this phone call real quick and I'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right, we're back. We're back. We're back. Are we still here? Make sure we're still live. Yeah, we should be good. All right, I'm back. What's up, Joe? What's up? How you doing, my man? Rami says DMTR update, please. What's up, my man? It's good to see some of you guys still here. Okay, I think that's all I missed. Amsterdam back in the house. I would love to go to Amsterdam someday. Joe in the house says, okay, he didn't say anything. DMTR. But let me look at, okay, let's finish Bitcoin and then I'll go back to XCN because I didn't really get into XCN. But Bitcoin here, you can see that I do have this box draw on the 236 we're below. We are pretty much trying to break structure here. But these boxes that I have down here to these lower, I know this is very low, but this is the extreme down here. I think the 618 area could be the bottom for this year. This level here is marked out. These are based on volume areas and point of control, as you can see here, these boxes and these levels, fib levels and volume and point of control areas. So these areas with the white lines extended to the right here, they do act as magnets for price. You can see we are pretty much down below this one, getting stuck at the box at the POC volume level. So as long as we're below this box, below 76K that is, which is an area that I believe is going to be heavy resistance in this area. So we could still chop around in this box under 76K and still be extremely bearish to move down, which could be very much the case. If for some reason we break through it, we do have this area at about 90K to come up to. And which you could see that if that was to happen, that would also put in a lower high on the ultimate monthly macro chart here, and then we would probably end up breaking down from that point. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. That's pretty much bear market for Bitcoin, and there's a good chance downside is more likely than not. So we could get a little bounce up to this 76, 74, 75K level, and then we'll just kind of fall off the table at that point. Once you break 56K, 56.5, you can see this is where we bounced last time. Then it's really, not really, but it's bearish at that point, below 56. If we break 56, I see us headed to this box here, which I know that's very bearish. That is down to 34K. 34 to 37K, which could be the bottom for this year. So if it comes down that low, it's going to be extremely brutal, extremely bad for altcoins. But it is very likely, in my opinion, right now. He said XCN's put in a bottom. XCN really quick again. Yeah, we've been saying the bottom's being put in on a lot of these coins for a very long time now. I mean, looking at the macro chart for XCN, we're still holding in our wedge, but strong move down, all of these monthly red candles, and now we're kind of moving up, so clearly forming a bear flag pattern on the macro. So it's going to go either way, up or down. After the chop, up or down after the chop, no one knows. It is putting in a higher low, I guess you could say. Yeah, it broke the 786 on the shorter time frames and it's getting stuck already. Not a good look. So the only hope for a bottom is the higher low here. It needs to get back over 205. But we've heard that many times, the bottom being put in, but it just depends on where the price goes, what levels break. What levels break? What'd you say, DMTR? What is DMTR? If I have to say, what is your coin? It's probably never going back up. It might, but there's a good chance it's game over. Yeah, this coin looks like it's repeating what it's been doing. DMTR. We've seen so many coins do this to where they end up breaking structure, lower low put in, chop forever, and then they make a lower low again, and then they just fall off the table at some point. It looks like it's in that period for just chop at the moment, forming another little macro bear flag area. You can see with the chart, it's doing the same exact thing that it always does, and then it goes lower. And it looks like a lot of these coins, like AMP and whatever else we looked at earlier. So from the ultimate high to the low, 618, downtrend is not over. Confirmed with the 618, it's going down again. It's in a downtrend. So the only other thing I can really do is until it gets over the macro, almost a penny and a half. All right, there we go. We found support. So DMTR from the low to the high is sitting on support. So this is it. 007. Any lower than 007, it's game over. It's going to come down here and make a new low, possibly down to 307. 0007. I don't know what this coin is. Do your research, but that's a 90% drop from here. I mean, it's down 97% from the high. Yeah, I looked at this earlier. A lot of coins from these lower levels that are dying, a lot of them from the highs, 100% would take them down to the next level, the 1272 area. I've seen that so many times. So a massive drop from where it is, from the all-time high. Bear market. If Bitcoin actually does break way down, then you're looking at this area down here by the end of the year, before it finally decides to, if it's going to go up and ever come back. I don't know what this point is, like I said. And as I've been saying off stream, no one cares anymore. So a lot of these coins won't survive. Brutal honesty. Come over, bro. I'll buy you a beer. That sounds good, my man. Just forget everything crypto. Forget everything and just go to Amsterdam and have a beer and just chill. Take our mind off the shadow realm for just a moment. But yeah, I mean, we're pretty much not doing anything. Most of the big, or not, most of the coins that we've been watching are doing the same thing. They're just kind of dying and falling off the table at the moment. So there's really nothing to be said on most of them. Bitcoin, I think, still has way more downside. What is another big coin that we've been looking at? We looked at Elon. I mean, there's nothing really that's not going to zero. Yeah, even Velodrome, Aerodrome. You know what? What is Degen doing? We haven't looked at Degen in forever, but Degen had a lot of liquidity at one point. I'd imagine it's going down, down. Yeah, Degen's still in a massive downtrend going to zero. Yeah, some of these coins might go down forever. They may never recover. And, we've mentioned that over the years that some coins will, depends on the market. Some coins may never recover. Some coins will never come back. Narratives will never come back. And they'll just bleed out into oblivion and just never return. And you'll still have people DCAing into them until They're completely broke. Turbo's dead. AC. Oh, I forgot about ACH, my man. ACH. Where's Slava at? Has anyone heard of or heard from Slava? I guess not, since we haven't been on here. Slava, you in the house, my man? You listening? How you doing? Lost my train of thought. What are we looking at? ACH is gone. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I hate to keep saying it, but Ben Cohen, Papa Ben has been right this whole time. Papa Ben for the win. Should have just listened to him. He told us months and months and months ago that altcoins are going to continue to bleed out for a good while. We're in a bear market and we didn't listen. Now look at us all these months later, going to zero, and we still have hope. It's unlucky. Yeah, ACH looks bad. Broke the low. Broke the low from December of 2022, and it's already stuck as resistance at 207. Next stop is 204. I really want these coins to go back up for you guys, but it just, the game has changed. It's a 40% drop and a 100% drop from the top. Not quite. 93% drop from the top to 204 for ADA. You don't know what to buy anymore? Man, I'm just gonna play it by ear for the rest of the year. I think, not financial advice, but I think that one of the, if you want a good return, one of the top coins, which I'm going to stick to like the top 10, maybe top 20 coins, the big blue chips, because I think all these other coins are about to die. Just think of them as NFTs, whatever NFT you were looking at, Bored Ape Yacht Club, whatever it used to be called, the Bored Ape Yacht Club. And then what was the other ones? I can't remember, but they're nothing now. Kind of think of these coins as the same. If you're looking at ADA, Shiba, whatever it is, the time for a pump to the upside and euphoria and the hype and the everything is gone. So now we have to look for the big cryptos that are going to survive, Bitcoin being the king, I guess, Ethereum, XRP, and of course another big player is Solana. I think if you're looking for the most return, I think maybe Soul is a good play. Soul is not going anywhere. Soul has room to grow. It's probably going to go to $500 plus at some point, maybe higher. So if you're looking for not financial advice, a good investment, I'm really considering Bitcoin and Solana this year when a bottom is finally put in. Which I don't think the bottom is in, so I'm not investing anything right now. I think I'm going to wait till a 40, 50, 40, maybe even high 30K Bitcoin before the bottom's going to be put in. And Solana's not looking bad, or not looking good. Damn, can you imagine Solana back at 30 bucks? That's when I would scoop up a whole bunch of Solana. But we'll play it by ear. If Bitcoin's sub 50K and Solana's around $40 to $30, those may be my two plays to get in on. Big blue chips. What's up, AZ Marine? Turbo went nuts today. You're 28K down now. Damn, I can't even imagine that, my man. I lost a little over $2,000 on Turbo months ago, and it's over. ICP and Chainlink. I do like Chainlink. I think Chainlink's going to be a good player. So Chainlink's another one that's like a bigger coin. Chainlink and Solana. So you got to think bigger market cap coins. You got to stop thinking from now on the multipliers, like sitting around waiting for alt season or meme season and waiting for a 10 to 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 100x. I think those days are gone, to be honest. You'll have a unicorn coin that comes off and does that, but I think sticking to these bigger market cap coins, you may get only a 2 or 3 or 4 or 5x over the next 5 years, but at least it's something. I think Solana can 10x from here over the next couple of years. What was the coin you said? Oh yeah, Chainlink ICP. Like ICP reminds me kind of Jasmine. I don't know why. But ICP, I mean, it's like I said earlier, no one cares about the fundamentals or the use case anymore. It's just there's no one here. No one cares. You have so many coins that say they're gonna outperform Bitcoin. They're gonna be the new Bitcoin. They're gonna do this, do that. When it comes to crypto, people have to care. It doesn't matter what your coin can do because the world doesn't care. So if the world doesn't care that your coin has the fastest speed, can do these payments, is decentralized, it doesn't matter anymore because regulation, big money, banks, institutions, they're all buying into the big assets. The other ones, like ICP here, ICP doesn't look horrible, but it looks horrible, if that makes sense. It's making lower lows instead of massive downtrend. It may get a bounce up, but ultimately, very macro bearish chart. The momentum is clearly down. It's just there's nothing happening with ICP. I don't know what ICP does, but it's like I said, it has to do something amazing. Like people have to want it, and no one wants crypto. No one cares what your coin does. The whales and the big money institutions, they do not care. They follow the money. Yeah, ICP's macro bearish. It's not going up. Turbo went nuts. I mean, like a turbo. It's just the beginning game. We have to wait a year or two. Uh, Turbo. Yeah, like I said, I looked at Turbo earlier. Turbo's hanging on by a thread. It's not necessarily dying yet, but it's not looking good. I mean, you guys, the fact that we've been waiting for all these years and we've been loading bags and buying into this and that, and we never got all season, which is not happening now. Are you guys changing your mind on what you're investing in and what the market is doing? Because I know the whole thing with Turbo is the first AI, supposedly. I know there's the other one. Oh, Turbo did have a nice bounce. Good job. That's nice to see. I looked at it. I don't know when I looked at it, but I was looking. It was hanging on by a thread down here at this 9.7 level, which we went over weeks ago, if not a month or two ago, that this 9.7 level when the 382 was broken is our last support. It had to hold 9.7. That should be the bottom, and up we go. So I hope it does do that. There's no guarantee. We're still doing nothing. Massive move down. We're starting to kind of move up a little bit with higher highs and higher lows. Could be forming a bear flag. Could do like the rest of the market and break down from here. So once you see the 0.5 break, once we're clearly below 9.7, it's over for Turbo, just to be honest. There's nothing here to save you. It's just going to die. But right now, yeah, it had a nice little decent run. And it's still macro holding up, so we will see what happens with Turbo. I want to be bullish on it. I want to be bullish on the market, and which we have been saying this is it. This 0.5 at 9.7, the bottom of the channel, and then we go up from here. But only time will tell. Look at Digibyte, Avalanche, Crypto Hell. Definitely changed your mind on what you're buying. Yeah, me too. I've lost so much money in this game. And the fact that we're the where we are right now is showing me that it's not the same as it once was. It never will be again. So there may be some magical alt season in the future, next cycle or something, but I can't personally put money into coins, even Turbo now, Turbo, Jasmine, whatever it is. I can't put money in these coins hoping 4 years down the road that there's going to be a magical alt season and these coins are going to go to the moon and it's going to be euphoric like last time, because it's just things tell us otherwise. It's not the same as it used to be. So I would like to buy one Bitcoin at the bottom. I think I want to invest in Solana. Maybe some of the other bigger coins. I mean, Avalanche is a good coin. Chainlink. Some of the bigger top 20 coins is probably where you're going to make some sort of eventual gains. And like I said before, maybe some random coin out of the blue, ZBCN, XCN, whatever it's going to be. Well, Cookie, Virtual, whatever it is. Some coin's going to go to the moon at some point. And people are going to be saying, I told you so. But the overall sentiment in the market, I think it's gone the way of the NFT. It's gone. The further we progress in time, you guys can see it. The more we progress in time, we're already seeing institutions come in. We're seeing the banks. We're seeing all this stuff. This big money's coming in to these larger cap coins, especially Bitcoin, which I agree, Bitcoin's still new, but there's so many altcoins. There's no way it's going to happen again. I just sold 250,000 Turbo. Yeah, could be a good play. Honestly, if I own Turbo, the way the market is and the way everything's going, and from what I'm seeing, if I was holding for a loss here and I got a little pump with a little bit of money back, like here, I would probably sell too, because we've seen so many charts do this and they're just breaking down constantly. And I think I'm honestly convinced now that it is a bear market and we're bearish for most of this year from now on. So altcoins, even though we want to say the bottom's in, the channels are in, whatever, we need to go up. Bitcoin doesn't care. The market doesn't care. The big players don't care. No one cares about Turbo going to the moon. So if you could get something back, not financial advice, it's probably a good thing. Get a pump, get out, move on to the next shadow realm. What is Avalanche? ABT? Yeah, I mean, my man, that's the way I'm looking at it. We got to change our mindset because we've had the mindset of staring at our screens, loading our bags, buying this meme coin here, this meme coin there, buying into the idea that Pepe, Bonk, Turbo, Mog, Dog with Hat, Floki, what else is there? Degen, all these meme coins, which is a handful in a sea of a million coins, that our coin's gonna go up. Oh, my coin's got this test net coming out. My coin's got this going on. And reality is, if you get out of that little bubble that you're in, the rest of the crypto market universe doesn't care. And we're seeing that now because there was no euphoric alt season. There's no one here. We're here fooling ourselves. There's no one here. Everyone's gone. So that tells me no one cares about what your project does. If it's not mainstream and known, if it's not a top 10, top 5, it's not Bitcoin, majority of people do not know about it and do not care about it. I know that from personal experience. I could talk about Bitcoin to certain people at work and they kind of understand it. I talk about a different altcoin. I talk about Cardano, Turbo, Shiba, whatever it is. Most of it, they have no idea what I'm talking about. And that surprised me. A lot of people don't know what XRP is. A lot of people don't know what Shiba is. A lot of people don't know what Solana is. It's just the way the normal world works. Most normal people in the world, they know Bitcoin, they know, oh, crypto, Bitcoin, and maybe a popular Trump coin or a popular thing that's been over the last couple of years. But most coins, they don't know what you're talking about. They have no idea. Can we look at TrueFi? TrueFi to zero. What's up, Daniel? Yeah, it's almost 6 o'clock. Where's Dave Lark? I need Dave Lark from Singapore to come back. Give me some hope. Dave, are you here? Where's Dave, my man? He used to come into the live streams around 6 o'clock, waking up early in the morning in Singapore. Give us some bullish hopium, my man. Some bullish hopium from Dave. You can always go lower. I sold months ago for a loss. Got a new game plan, buying only large caps, top 100. That's a good plan, my man. I'm poor, so I'm gonna stick to the top 10 probably. Top, maybe top 20. I may take a gamble on a coin if I get money that could possibly move up into the top 10 or so. That's why I was looking into, the coins on Coinbase with low market caps, growing wallets, growing social sentiment that is. And like I said earlier in the stream, that was NKN and OKX, Orchid, or OXT. NKN was the big one, but no one's buying NKN. That thing's going to zero. It's the same thing as ACH. I think NKN and ACH do the same exact thing, along with a million other coins. But yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Trying to find a top 50, maybe a top 100 coin that's growing under the radar, low market cap, that could potentially become something. But it's a game. Sui and Tao, what was I looking at? Turbo. You think we're repeating 2022 right now? What does that mean? What happened in 2022? If that means we're going down and we're bearish, then I agree. But yeah, I think the 2021 alt season euphoric move was it. I think if you made money then, which I know some people in real life that made money in 2021, they won. Are we still here? Wow, we only got 4 people in the house watching. Opium's in the house. So Grow, how do you say that name? Rogan made a lot in 2021 and 2024. Yeah, the most I ever made was in 2021. Wasn't enough. Just gotta buy now when everyone's depressed. Big money and will exploit the sector once again. That is the hope. That is the hope. Which I say I'm gonna only buy blue chips and stuff, which I am, but I will have a couple of bags of something that I think if the market ever comes back to the way it was in 2021, I will buy some coins that I think could potentially explode over time. But it's a day to day, week to week, month to month, now year to year thing to see if this, what's going to happen, which that's why we're here. We're playing it, lately over the last couple of years, it's been the macro monthly chart. So we're trying to macro see what's happening. What would you say? Oh, Sui and Tao. Yeah, like Sui. Sui's another big coin that should have been good. Just like all the base coins. Like this is supposed to be the first all season for base. What's going to happen to base now? It's like people are going to talk about base for the next couple of years. That's this big thing, which it should have had its time, but it didn't have its time because the state we're in. Yeah, you can clearly see from the last time we looked at SWE, it's trying, but clearly it broke the channel to the downside, got stuck, and it's probably going for a lower low. Technically, you're still alive on SWE, but it's like Turbo and all these other coins. There's just the chart is breaking down. I mean, if you're a day trader or swing trader and you're going by all these different indicators, I mean, there's ways to make money in the market always. You could trade Bitcoin on all these moves, on all the chop, but overall, looking at these coins like SWE, Ondo, whatever it is, it's not happening the same way it did last time. I remember last time when we were talking about Solana and AXS and so many different coins, and they actually did end up going to the moon. This time, we're not going to the moon. The moon is in the shadow realm now. all I can say on SWE is macro wise, until you get back over about $1.33, there's no bullishness to be had. And you can clearly see if we bring up the channel that it was trading in, just keeping it real simple with no volume or anything. It clearly broke the channel to the downside, back tested it, it's dying. If it comes up and back tested again, it has to be bullish over 132, 133. There's no breakout to the upside until you over about 227. So there's nothing to be said or had about it. It can come up here and do that and still be extremely bearish. If it doesn't want to do that, it's still extremely bearish. If it breaks 95, it's going to 0. That's simple. We's just another coin that came out, but the world said no to crypto, and its adoption and its decentralization is just not a thing. It's like a bigger version of NFT. NFTs had their day and they're gone. Go to 135K, I think. Yeah. I'm looking around that area too, my man. I think we're going to about, yeah, around 34K or so. Probably a week down to 30K. But I'm trying to prepare myself now. I'm trying to be more informed, more intelligent, not have a pipe dream, not be a moon boy, not buy into any of the anything. Like, I don't know who commented earlier, but we've been here for years. We've been here, this channel's been here for years and years and years and years. I've been through it. I was through the whole Cardano and Shiba thing. I've heard all the stuff. Someone said earlier about some kind of a test net coming out, or I think it was for XCN. Something's coming out for XCN soon. I was there. I was in the same boat with Cardano. Testnet after testnet after Shelly testnet. Same thing with Shiba. I sat through all this for years, buying in, staking, following the news, following the release of the testnets. Nothing ever happened. The only time the prices went up on my investments with Cardano and Shiba was when retail came in, euphoria came in, everyone was looking at crypto, and the prices just skyrocketed. All the other stuff meant nothing. We never went up, we never did anything. That doesn't, I hate to say this to you guys, but I know you're bullish on whatever project, ICP, XRP, XCN, testnet's coming out, whatever it is. It's the same thing repeating itself. Nothing's gonna it does not, the tech does not matter nowadays, especially more than ever, because no one cares. There's no one here, there's no one here. So it doesn't matter. Not trying to be an asshole or anything. I'm just letting you guys know that I was in that same boat. I waited, I invested, I waited for over 3 years of buying my bag of Cardano and then just following the community, testnet after listing after this and that came out. Nothing ever happened until it was actually crypto alt season and everything came into play and everything went to the moon. All the other stuff doesn't matter. Same thing with Shiba. Nothing matters. None of the Shibariums, none of the anything, nothing matters. It's all about people in the market. If you have the time, if you're young, if you're in your 20s or something, if you're super enthusiastic about crypto, I guess. But if you're sitting in a coin waiting for a test net or this utility or this narrative to come into play or this is going to happen or they're coming out with this, just from my experience, you're going to be sitting and waiting for years, and nothing's ever going to happen. It because it doesn't. There's not enough people for it to matter. Even if your community is thousands strong, even if there's a million people on their Twitter, it's a drop in the bucket. No one cares. It has to have the masses come in. Euphoria has to hit. Everyone has to start talking about crypto. Your mom, your grandma, your dog, your cat, your fish, everything. Yeah, we've been on here over an hour. I just want you guys to be prepared. We're 14, we're watch 15 people. Wow. Nice. 15 people, 88 minutes in. Let's go. Crypto to zero, Shadow Realm edition. We've been sitting here saying Shadow Realm and going to the moon for years. I think we're learning our lesson. So, what's up, Slava, man? Slava's in the house. Yeah, I mean, it's just I've lost so much money in the market. I'm kind of done. Kind of that point to where you open your eyes and you're just like, I kind of see what's happening here. And just sharing my experience. Like I said before, one of the big things I was waiting for and the Cardano community that is was so excited about. We were supposed to get a big pump. I remember the Shelly testnet on Cardano. It's always a buy the rumor, sell the news, little baby pump, nothing happening. The real pump happened on Euphoria. Other than that, they duped us. So no more. What's up, Roger, my man? Roger's in the house. I've been watching your videos, my man. Keep them up. I don't think I've watched one in the last day or two, but I've been watching them. And every time you get a like on a video, usually I'm the only one that likes them, which I'm trying to help you out, my man. Roger's in the house. Yeah, I'm getting to that point where I need a Mexico vacation, my man. I need to fucking get away. I'm sorry about the F word. You're married with crypto, now you want a divorce. Yeah, it's not all you thought it was gonna be. So many promises and so many letdowns. Wasn't the glorious life. Yeah, you back in Mexico, my man? Yeah, I gotta go look at your channel. Yeah, don't stop making the videos, man. You can grind and still make these short little videos you do. I actually enjoy them. You just need more people on your channel, which everyone here, not much, but go follow Roger. Savvy Live in Mexico, just to get out of your crypto space, get out of your head, get some insight into Roger's head. So Slava, my man, the only hedge is metals. Yeah, I don't even know what we're looking at now. Yeah, I mean, just every coin we're looking at, it's going down. Pepe, everything. There's nothing safe. I don't even know what to type in. No, we didn't look at AVAX. But if you're looking at AVAX as one of the top coins, I think Solana's better than AVAX. It's still down here holding up on the very, 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 very bottom. Made a lower low, so it's probably going to go lower. But what does AVAX actually do? I've never used AVAX, never had a need to, want to, don't know how to. But Solana, you can do all kinds of things with. So I think Solana's a good play. Let's go Amsterdam, bro, and take some beer. Yeah, I wonder how long of a flight from Texas to Amsterdam is. It's probably very long. Thought you'd be buying in soon, but just had other plans for time of retirement. Got your 20 ounces of gold. That's good, my man. Yeah, so how are they stopping you from buying crypto when there's so many different exchanges out there? I know you can buy non-KYC exchange or get on them. I know there's so many exchanges, but how are they stopping you from buying crypto? Which I understand because if you buy on an exchange that's not, regulated with the US, they can just freeze your account. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end up buying Bitcoin and Solana at some point this year, and that's it. Play the long game. Work my ass off for the next 5 years. Invest in Bitcoin and Solana. Hopefully, Bitcoin hits 500K. Solana hits about $1,000, and then I can buy an ice cream. See what's the chat. Let's see. 27 votes. No, it's different now. So we're flipping bearish here. Not really bearish, but we're trying to figure out reality. Try not to fool ourselves with what was. Because we went through all season, meme season, NFTs. What's next? Next 10 boring years of blue chips, where it's pretty much like trading stocks. All right, let me change the song here. Yeah, everyone, please hit the like button. Like I said earlier in the stream, I'm going to try to start doing more updates, even though we're going to zero, but I'm just trying to give my thoughts on what I think the market's doing. But I think let's see here. Yeah, hopefully the music's not too loud. All right. New music. Trying to make it to 2 hours here. We're at 97 minutes, 9 people watching. If you're hiding in the shadows and you haven't said hi, say hi. Trying to see if some people from the past will show up. Because we're still here. After all these years, we're still here trying to hang out and figure out this market together. Which we learned a lot in the last couple of months. What the hell is with exchange? Wait, what? Yeah, I don't know what you mean, my man. You're gonna have to retype that. Exchange D, add a coin, when buy it, we buy it, then remove it. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, my man. Solana is exactly one of my buys. My man Roger, investing in Solana. Let's go. Yeah, so how was your time in San Antonio, my man? Like I said, I don't know where you are now. My son is actually going to San Antonio Sunday night with some friends. They are going to Six Flags, and he's going to have a good time. I've never been to Six Flags in San Antonio. It's San Antonio rather, many, many times, but never been to Six Flags there. How do I get this off? Come on. Come on. I got this news thing up on my screen now, and I can't seem to get it off. Oh, no wonder. I got it. Maybe. All right, hold on. New computer. AI is trying to get me to watch the news as I'm streaming for some damn reason. Why would I want, why would I want to watch the news while I'm streaming? Oh, we got Crypto Meolysis about to stream at 8 p.m. All right, so Crypto Meolysis, are you still here, my man? I will get off before you stream so they can go watch you. Let's see here. Trying to get back to the page I need to get to. Yeah, I don't know. It's not been the same because we used to stream for hours here on the channel. We just look at coin after coin. You know what? Cover tons of coins. And lately it's just been to where we're just kind of chatting and bullshitting and talking about the market because there's not that there's nothing really to talk about, but it's just dead. All right, come on. All right, we still got 11 people here. We'll kind of wait till Crypto Meolysis shows up. Open up the chat again. Okay, I think I'm back now. All right, I think I'm back a little bit. Here in San Antonio doing Dash. Nice. Getting married in a couple weeks in the summer. Getting married in Mexico, my man. To your girl in Mexico. Joe says, bye bye, money. Bye bye. 7261 says, please do analysis on cubic. What is cubic? Cubic. I think we've looked at that one before. Cubic. What's the ticker? I mean, we can do analysis on it, but there's nothing to say on it. Yeah, we've looked at it before, but it's probably going to zero. Yeah. We get this all the time. There's a decent little pump from the bottom, and then it's over. Fake out. Back to the shadow realm. High to the low. I mean, it's making lower lows and lower highs. It's in a massive bear market downtrend. There's nothing positive on it. It's stuck at resistance right now because you can clearly see the support back here, macro wise, is now resistance once again. So support, volume, resistance. We can zoom in. We can go to the weekly chart, which the momentum has shifted up, which we can see represented with that candle that's in there. So long term, what we'll do is go from the high to the low here, which is not completely accurate. Let me get that more. All right, you just smacked into the 382. So textbook, high to the low, 382, you're above the 236. So technically 6071, the bottom is in. But as long as you're below the 382 at about 6095 or 96, bearish. So that is your big resistance to watch right now. You can come up to that level. If we were to draw this in a day or so ago, bearish still for a lower low. And you can even come up to the 618 at about 5015 and still be in a downtrend, putting in the macro lower high. So short term, if you can get over about 6096, it's bullish up to that 618. 618 is your confirmation. Breakout over the 155 area. That is 50155. So until that, there is no excitement or joy to the upside. It's just a fake out, like I said, with a lower high in play, which is still macro bearish. So those are the levels you got to watch. So until that 618 is broken, there's no point in looking at the upside targets because it's still macro bearish. These are weekly candles, by the way. Chart looks horrible. All right, what time is it? 6. All right, yeah. Wedding this summer. All right, my man. Yeah, we'll see how it plays out, my man. I mean, I would suggest keep making your videos. I'll keep telling people to go over and watch them. Just as with you guys go watch Cryptomyalysis. In reality, I would love to go to Mexico and come hang out. Even to San Antonio. I mean, but right now, life is what it is. Gotta work, gotta grind. Trying to get things together. We'll see how it plays out. Keep up the good work. I appreciate you guys coming in. I appreciate you guys hanging out for 2 hours for once. 29 votes on the poll. We're going to end that. 52% say it's different. We're bearish, which I think we are. Dave says, what do you think about Zebek network? Zebek is still holding up macro in a wedge pattern, just like XCN macro wise. It's not doing anything. It's bearish at the moment. It's just right now, ZBCN is not doing anything. I'll pull it up real quick to end this, but I do appreciate you guys. Everyone hit the like button. I got to get up early for work, so I got to get some sleep soon. Zebek network. Like I said, it's macro holding up in a wedge pattern, but it could break down at any moment. We go to the monthly like we did earlier. Still holding up. So technically, macro-wise, it's in good shape. And then if you just look at it on the grand scale of things, you clearly see the support, turn resistance, support. So if it falls lower than it is, if it clearly breaks down from this pattern here, it's never going back up, which it's getting dangerously close to doing that. Which will go to the 3-day chart, which anything can happen. ZBCN, like XCN, can have another run out of nowhere if it wanted to, but we're not in the same market as we were back then. Trust me, we're extremely bearish from the time XCN and ZBCN went up. Extremely bearish. The fact that we had a very strong move down on the smaller time frames and we're consolidating, this looks like continuation down. So I wouldn't expect anything to go up right now. Downside is more likely than not than upside. I appreciate that, my man. I'll go catch up on your most recent updates. Like I said, keep it up, my man Roger. Keep it up. You may not get the likes or the views you need, but it's some good stuff. I appreciate it, Dave, Joe, everyone here. But Shadow Realm has us in a grip hold. We're not getting out. For the foreseeable future, the Shadow Realm has us locked down, it looks like. At least for the rest of the year. But yeah, you guys go check out Crypto Meolysis. Go check out Roger at Savvy Living Mexico. I appreciate you guys. Hit the like button on the way out. Back to the Shadow Realm. Try not to be too sad. And peace out, everyone. I'll try to stream the next time I can, as soon as I can.